The goal of the game is to kill your family.
What?
I can't help it, it's morbid. It's called Gloom.
Oh, okay, that's what we're reviewing today, Gloom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloom is a take-that hand management style game.
Where the goal of the game is to be the player with the lowest self-worth score.
Each player gets a family.
And there are 4 families in the game.
However, there is a rule where you can make a 5th family if you have another friend.
I don't have any other friends.
In the game, there are modifier cards, event cards, and untimely death cards.
The goal is to add these modifier cards, which are essentially blank, but they have little values on the side here. You add them onto your family members, and then you kill them at their most lowest point.
When one player's entire family has been killed, that's the end of the game.
And then you add up all the scores of the dead family members, and the player with the lowest score wins.
It's like golf, except you're killing your family.
Yes.
When I first played this game, I did think it was a little morbid. However, I also thought it was a lot of fun. So much so that I got the game for Lee so that we could play it as well.
I'll be honest, when you first look at it, it's just a square box and black and white with a little bit of red. So I was a little hesitant. I was like, what is this?
What did you get me?
Yeah. One thing that I realized, like when you open up the box and you look at the cards, they're like transparent cards. And these are my favorite because whenever you're playing, liquid can't really ruin them. I mean, as long as you don't do any insane creasing, then they're going to be fine the way they are.
The aspect of the gameplay with the modifier cards is you put them on top of your family members, and the top cards that are visible are what your ultimate score is. Some modifier cards will block off some numbers and they won't block off other numbers, and your score can change depending on what is played.
When you look at these plastic cards too, there's an option to steal. So if you look at the back of them, you can kind of see, or like depending on what you want to steal, yeah, you can't see the front, but the modifiers on the back have these black dots, either top, middle, or bottom, and I can try and steal a card that has what I might need.
So it adds oh, I'm looking for an untimely death, or oh, I'm looking for a modifier card, and I can see, well, those are modifiers, and those are untimely deaths, or maybe it's an event, so I don't know, I'm gonna go with that one.
I like the balance of the cards too, because some of these modifiers or events, they're very good, and if you want to play them, sometimes there's a cost to it, like a really good one will decrease the hand size that you can hold.
Another thing I like is the creativity that went into the family. Each of the family members have their own family name and interesting little backstories. One of the reasons why they do this is because an aspect of the game that you're supposed to play with is a storytelling mode, where you add a story to why the family members are dying. We don't normally play that way because I think it's still fun without the storytelling mode.
You know, for the most part, I'm not that big of a storyteller, I guess.
The box recommends 13 and up, 2 to 4 players, and it estimates about 60 minutes of gameplay.
60?
Like an hour.
Oh, I guess I lost track of time.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's what I was about to say. Is I don't think we played for an hour. It will depend on moves that you're making and how quickly you're killing versus how low you're trying to get your self-worth score before you kill your family members.
We've played it a couple times before, so it's kind of easier to explain to and pick up. I don't know if Teresa and Juliana have played it before, but they picked it up pretty quickly, so it moved fairly efficiently as we were doing our turns.
It's a similar type of humor as the Addams Family and Beetlejuice, those types of things. So if your kids are already age appropriate for those movies, they'll be age appropriate for the theming in the game. And I don't think it's super complicated. So maybe 10 years old, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Maybe instead of killing, I'd probably be a bit more light with it. Like, oh, let's just put them to bed now.
Let's send them upstate.
Yeah. Overall, I guess, illustrations, transparent cards, the descriptions, I'd probably give it a 7. My main thing is just the illustration, maybe a little bit more color. Like I kind of want to see that more.
I like the black and white with only a little bit of color, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to give it a 7 because I think it's just as fun as Kittens or Unstable Unicorns. So if you're a fan of those types of light party games, light group games, then you'll also like this game.
Off camera, Teresa gives it a 10.
Gives it a 10.
A 10.
And then Juliana gives it a 7. That's our review of Gloom.
Have you played it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave some comments below.
Are there any games you want to see us review on our channel? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. Until then, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny.
And this was our review of Gloom.
Gloom.